tell y'all about the worst Thanksgiving we ever had, and Jay is in here so he can co-sign, okay? And before we even get to the food, I'm gonna tell y'all why it was the worst Thanksgiving. In Washington, we used to do a turkey bowl. If y'all don't know what turkey bowl is, it's when the men get together on Thanksgiving morning and we play football. We go and we play tackle football, and we talk a lot of trash, and we used to do that. Me and Jay and all our friends, me and Jay were really popular in Washington. So we could get a game of 30 people playing football together. And this was before social media was really cracking off. We would just, hey, y'all, Turkey Bowl going down. Turkey Bowl, we're going to be off Portland and 72nd. That little rundown park, we're going to be playing football over there. We're going to be in Federal Way. This particular game was in Federal Way. Okay, these are cities in Washington, okay? So what happened was the field was slick. Okay, the field was slick, and there were some guys who had brought cleats. And the Turkey Bowl is very important because you talk trash from Turkey Bowl to Turkey Bowl. You play football on Thanksgiving. If you burn somebody, you get a pick, you throw 3 touchdowns, Washington State. You get to talk trash from that Turkey Bowl all the way to the next Thanksgiving. So everybody was like, nah, you got burnt in that Thanksgiving, all that stuff. So the Turkey Bowl is important, okay? Steaks is on the line. When you go in the barbershop and you got burnt at the Turkey Bowl in 2009, you can't talk trash again until 2010. That's like only the Super Bowl but no regular season games. Okay, so the Turkey Bowl was important. And me and Jay always played well at the Turkey Bowl. One particular Turkey Bowl, Jay was quarterback, and game's on the line, last drive, he's running quarterback, and I knocked the ball out of his hand, sack, fumble, picked the ball up and scored a touchdown. And Jay was just like, you got me. That was a good play. And it was one of my prouder moments as a brother. He was just like, you got me. You got me. Okay. So anyway, but Jay either played quarterback, receiver. I played quarterback or receiver. We made plays. Frederick's brothers make plays. And Jay would always be like, you need to play football. This is why you should have been playing football. But that's neither here nor there. All right, so this particular year, we're out there, and Bishop, who be in these Periscopes, used to play with us. Landon Bishop, he's a white dude, and he's fast. He's fast. He played tight end for a semi-pro team. He was good. So anyway, I didn't sack him because it was flag. By the way, we were playing flag, so I didn't really, tackle him. No, was this flag? After a while, we stopped playing. We didn't play tackle. What am I talking about? We played flag football. We didn't have insurance. Turkey Bowls usually play tackle, but we played flag. I had a garbage bag full of flags because ain't nobody out here finna get hurt when you got to be at work on Monday morning. Like, y'all want to play tackle? Like, are we in the NFL? I ain't finna get no concussion. I'm trying to tear my ACL on Thanksgiving. Ain't no tackle. Don't even pull my flag hard. Ain't nobody got time for that. Don't pull my flag hard. And I totally forgot to do the roll call. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, ain't no shirts and skins because we don't have bodies for that. Okay, and we had to play flag because people lie when you play touch football. Like, nah, you ain't get me. No. We got flags, bought flags, or got them from a football field, whatever. We had flags. This particular year, I didn't have any cleats. People was out there buying cleats just for the Turkey Bowl, and I thought that was ridiculous. But the field was slick, and I was slipping. So one of my boys, I don't remember who it was like, Kev, I got some cleats if you want to wear them. And I was like, man, give them to me. Only problem is they were size 11, and I wear size 12. But I needed them, guys. I needed them because I had the ball. And I wasn't going to be slipping all over the field, not making no plays. So I put cleats on, and they were a soccer cleats, and they were a size too small. And we went out there, and we balled. We had a good game. Touchdown. Pick. Flag. Pass defense. We had good games. Jay and I both. My cousin was there. We all balled. I don't remember who won, but I know I balled, though. The problem was, after the game, I remember my feet were hurting, really bad. Like, man, these are tripping. Like, I know I shouldn't have worn those cleats, but I didn't care because we balled. And I didn't even really feel it because of, what's that called? Adrenaline. So we get to the real part. Thanksgiving was bad. This is just part one. We get to my cousin's house for actual Thanksgiving, or actually his wife's house or his friend, I don't remember. I took my shoes off and socks to change into warm socks, and my toes were black. Both my big toes were black. I mean, black like this. Black. And I was like, oh my God, what is wrong with my feet? Apparently, you shouldn't play football in shoes that are a size too small, because I like killed my toenails. Necrosis? What's necrosis? No, it wasn't frostbite. My toenails was dead. So like a week after that, both of my toenails fell off. My big toenails were off. Just off. The whole toenail was on like this and then off. And I had like this much nail. So I had to go for a good 6-8 weeks with no toenail on my feet. Both my big feet toenails were gone and dead. Necrosis. Oh, dead tissue. Okay? All right? So now let me tell y'all, that was terribly awful, but it pales in comparison to how terrible this Thanksgiving was. And this was the first day. Okay, now, I'm going to tell you, this is how me and Jay started hosting Thanksgiving at one of our houses. Okay? We go to my cousin Ben, and you know, like, my cousin ain't really my real cousin. We was just black, and if you were spending a lot of time with around your mom's friends, their kids became your play cousins. It was just harder to explain. Like, this ain't my cousin, but I spend the night at his house all the time. So he's my cousin Ben. Okay, I mean, we grew up together. All right, in El Paso, and I can tell y'all stories about him. This man was crazy. All right, so he was married to a Mexican woman. And he was like, yo, I'm married. I want to host Thanksgiving. I want y'all to come through. It's going to be dope. Y'all don't even got to cook. Just bring a side each. Okay? And it's going to be dope. And me and Jay were like, this is when we were transitioning from going to people's houses for Thanksgiving, like our pastor and them, to hosting ours. There was like the in-between years. And we didn't want to go to our pastor's house because we had too many kids. Jay had kids, I had kids, and the pastor had nice stuff, and we didn't want to, like, ruin it. So our cousin was like, come on, man, y'all come to my house. Let's be a family. We're going to host Thanksgiving. And all y'all got to do is bring a side each. So Melissa brought macaroni, and Tam brought yams. And this is, like I said yesterday, this is their best meal. So we knew this was going to be good. So we get to the house. Right? Problem number one. No, I really just got into the first part. Problem number one. We get to the house at 1 o'clock. Okay? Ain't no food smell. Ain't no food smell. Now, I don't expect the dinner to be ready at 1 o'clock, but there was no aroma. Why is there no aroma? I don't smell what I usually smell. I open the door, I expect to be hit with greens and ham hocks, baked bread, turkey, brisket, fried chicken, anything. I open the door, and I'm like, ain't no smell? Well, y'all ain't got no aroma. Ain't the oven cold? Why is the oven cold? Oh, we hadn't started cooking yet. We was waiting for y'all to start. Waiting for us to start cooking? How can you just be starting to cook at, it's 1. It's 1. I'm starving. There ain't no little beanie weenies, which I don't even really like, but I always eat those little, like, not beanie weenies, but those little sausage, little smokies. They be having them in barbecue sauce or something for you to nibble on. Crackers, cheese, something. Ain't nothing. It's 1 o'clock and I don't even smell nothing. I mean, ain't no weenies. I think this was their first Thanksgiving. Okay? No, I didn't leave immediately. We wanted to, but by then we were fully invested in this Thanksgiving. Okay? And he lived way on the other side of town. Way on the other side of town. Okay? And he's my cousin, guys. I can't just... He was my cousin, guys. Ain't no food smell. Why ain't no food smell? So we get there, and here's why I was nervous. Nothing like, if you don't have no food smell and no containers with foil over them, you can't cook the food I like good enough if you're just starting at 1 o'clock. If you're just starting at 1 o'clock, you can't cook what I like good. Like I was telling you yesterday, you got to cook this. The good stuff starts Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night. If you starting now, you ain't cooking Thanksgiving food. The turkey got to be marinated, basted, or picked up from Popeyes. I mean, the cakes have been in the oven. What are you starting at 1 o'clock? Okay? You ain't cooking nothing on Wednesday. It gets worse. We wait 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Food just started being done. And we're livid. We're all sitting at each other. Melissa and Tam was mad at me and Jay for allowing this, just glaring at us. We're whispering to each other, I told you we shouldn't have came. But he's our cousin. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? Just not come? Well, you could invite him to our house. Well, we didn't know. We thought he was going to do. We didn't know. Kids is hungry. Daddy, when is Thanksgiving? You said we would have Thanksgiving. We have not had any Thanksgiving. Why is there Thanksgiving? Oh, Daddy. Oh, Daddy. And these kids were babies. JoJo was probably maybe 2 years old. 1 probably. All the kids were little. Please, Daddy. Please, for Thanksgiving. This is the reason I told them, Jay, this was in between us going to other people's house and us having our own. And this was the shift. This is what God sent to us as a shift. Okay? So here, let me tell you when I knew we would never go here again. I mean, I already pretty much knew when we got no aroma. We were like, yo, what are we having? What is this? My cousin's friend, Charles, and I'm going to say his name because I haven't spoken to him since, and that's true. No, we didn't eat anything during the wait time, Valcine. Nothing. Nothing. No weenies, no crackers, no bread. Nothing. Just starvation. This man was like, yo, I brought my meal, and this is like our main course, guys. And we're like, cool, gonna be a turkey, a ham, like something gonna be cool. This man pulled this thing back, and the food was unrecognizable. We were like, what is this? By then, we were like mad. What is this? What is this? He was like, this is chicken tetrazzini. What? Chicken tetrazzini. What is that? You know, it's tetrazzini, but with chicken. What are you talking about, Charles? I had made this chicken tetrazzini, man. It's our main course. I'm like, I have to say it this time. Nigga, what? What is chicken tetrazzini? Ain't no, I usually say racial slur, please, but I got to let y'all know where I was in my frame of mind. I ain't been delivered. What are you talking about? Tetrazzini, I don't even know what that is. Is that Italian? It was like some ugly noodles and whatever it wasn't a good version. And we were just like, it was awful. It had grease in it. It gets worse, guys. It gets worse. We let them make the greens. Okay? You know what the greens were? Canned. It was like spinach, glory greens. It was just canned greens in water and then just boiled. We were like, what? This is not greens. Where is the pork salt? Where is the neck bone? Where is the flavor? Where is the flavor in the greens? Oh, I had made them different this year. It was just greens in water. Just collard greens washed, boiled. And then she threw some other canned greens in there. We were like, you're ruining it, Duck. You're ruining my music, Duck. And this is the worst part of the whole entire day. And this is why it was over. Jason's wife makes amazing yams, okay? Baked yams, okay? You know, with brown sugar, mushrooms, Tam makes good yams. Lissa makes good macaroni and cheese. Those were our 2 saving graces. So we're like, we're not about to eat none of this trash. We're going to eat a plate of macaroni and a plate of yams. That's all. I'm not eating no tetrazzini. It wasn't no turkey, wasn't no honey baked ham, wasn't no fried chicken. It was chicken tetrazzini and fake greens. Okay? So we were just like, you know what? We're just gonna eat this little bread and die. We're gonna eat this macaroni. We're gonna eat these yams, and we're gonna learn our lesson. Okay? They were Mexican. His wife was Mexican. My cousin's black, and Charles was black. Okay, so Pearl is Mexican. She made I said everybody's name though. Sorry. Okay, Tammy makes baked yams in the thing the way we like it. Okay, we are sitting in the living room. Time to eat, y'all. We go to eat. We go for the yams. I'm like, yo, where's Tam's yams? They were on the, we're like, where's the yams? They were on the counter. He was like, oh, this is Charles. This is why I never talked to Charles again. I'm not even kidding. I never talked to this dude again. I never talked to him. He was my cousin's friend, and I should have known because he had not been cleared. He had not been vetted. So we're already living. We get some of Melissa's macaroni on our plate, and I'm looking for the yams. I'm like, yo, have y'all seen the yams? They were right here. Tam's yams. Where is Tam's yams? We're mad. Where is Tam's yams? Okay, where are her yams? This is a while ago. It's probably 8-9 years ago. Kids were small. Kids was in diapers, pooping, crying, snot nose. Kids was little. I don't even remember the year, but it's blanked out in my mind. But we're like, where is Tam's yams? And this dude, Charles, goes, oh, I mixed them. We were like, what are you talking about? He's like, I mixed them. I was like, what do you mean you mixed them? He was like, well, I had made yams too. We was like, we don't want your yam. By this time, we weren't even being nice to Charles anymore. We were like, what do you mean, fam? What do you mean you mixed them? You can't mix them. They were done. They had the glaze. They had the mushroom. They had marshmallow. They had the brown sugar. You can't mix them. All you got to do is stick the spoon in and put it on your plate. How could you mix them? We don't even know what you mean. What do you mean, Charles? Charles, what do you mean you mixed them? You stupid idiot who made chicken tetrazzini on Thanksgiving. There's no aroma in this house. I'm about to put hands on you. You guys know how I get when I'm hungry. I'm upset. Okay? I'm upset. We already knew the only thing we had was Tam's yams and Liz's macaroni. That's it. Charles, what do you mean you mixed them? He pulls out one of the big pots. This dude dumped Tam's yams from the pan into a pot and then took a pot of yams that he had made, which was nothing more than opening a whole bunch of canned yams and dumping them in the water. He just had like 8 cans of yams, fake yams, that just have water in them. He dumped those in a pot, and that was him making yams. He dumped that pot on top of Tam's yams and stirred it up. Ah! Why did you do that? He was like, well, I just wanted to make more yams. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that? These are not, you didn't make yams. All you did was ruin her yams. You idiot. You stupid idiot. Why did you do that? Now we have no yams. Now we have none. All we had at this stupid, dumb Thanksgiving was macaroni and yams that we brought. You guys brought nothing to the table. Nothing. Yet you ruined the two things that were worth eating. When I tell y'all, we ate this macaroni and left in 10 minutes and went to Jack in the Box and were livid. Usually Thanksgiving, you stay till 10, 11. You eating leftovers. All we had was macaroni and cheese. And we had to go to Jack in the Box to actually eat Thanksgiving. We went to Jack in the Box and got big cheeseburgers, fries, tacos, and pumpkin pie milkshakes. Because the kids were like, I'm not eating. What are we supposed to eat? The kids didn't eat. Melissa's livid, Jay livid, Tam livid, I'm livid. No rice. We had macaroni and ruined yams. We ate that and we left. We left when the sun was still out. Food was ready at 5 o'clock. We were gone by 5:20. Wasn't no greens. Wasn't no fried chicken. Wasn't no turkey. There was chicken tetrazzini, greens in water, yams that weren't ruined, then ruined, good macaroni and cheese. No desserts. Wasn't no pumpkin pie. I mean, not pumpkin pie. I know y'all don't like that, but I do. Wasn't no pumpkin pie. Wasn't no sweet potato pie. Wasn't no peach cobbler. Wasn't no banana pudding. Wasn't no 7-Up cake. Wasn't no pineapple upside down cake. Wasn't no cheesecake. And I got black toes. No rolls. No rolls. No, we didn't cook the next day. We got together at my house and we said, guys, it's our time. We have to take over Thanksgiving. This can never happen again. Never happen again. We didn't go to my parents' houses because none of our parents lived in Washington at this time. My parents were in the military. My dad was stationed in Spain at this time. My mom lived in El Paso. Tammy's family lived in Ohio. Melissa's dad was in Iraq. Melissa's mom was living in Alabama. There was no parents to help us. We did not feel comfortable taking our kids over to anybody's house because our kids were small and they peed and they broke stuff. So we couldn't go to anybody's house. Everybody else Thanksgiving was full. We got invites to other people's house, but we went to our cousin's house. And we said, look, we looked at each other in the eyes. Me and Jay said, it's our time, brother. It is our time. I don't know where Charles is, JD the baby. I hope he fell off a bridge and broke both of his legs. It's one thing to you not be able to cook, Charles. It's one thing for you not to be able to cook. Hey, Nicola 84. It's another thing for you to ruin somebody else's meal who can cook. Okay? We did not talk to Charles again. Ben was like, yo, could Charles come to the house? We were like, no. No. Why, man? Do you remember what he did at Thanksgiving? You can't disown your cousin. He was just trying to be a family man. It was Charles. Charles was like, oh, I can cook. I can do this. I'm good. Yeah, man, I got it. And my cousin believed him. I don't know why. He left Thanksgiving up to chicken tetrazzini. Like, I had heard of chicken tetrazzini on the back of, like, soup cans. Don't nobody want that. I don't want nothing for Thanksgiving that comes on the back of a soup can. Like, oh, with these French onions, you can also make chicken tetrazzini. Racial slur? No. We should make a movie, Jay. The disrespect to pour water yams into good yams. How dare you? And the next year, Thanksgiving was at my house. And the following year, it was at Jay's house. Next year is at my house. And the reason we had to switch, because whoever had it had to do all the cleaning up and had all their refrigerator be stuffed full of food. And the worst part is, guys, there's no leftovers. There's nothing to eat on Friday. On Friday, we just had to make regular dinner. And by then, you don't want to go out and spend the money for Thanksgiving dinner because Thanksgiving's over. And Tam takes the turkey from the Popeyes and makes turkey soup. We took back Thanksgiving. We went to the enemy's camp and we declared our Thanksgiving back. He's under my feet. Tammy takes the turkey, Popeye's turkey, and she makes soup. It's like chicken noodle soup, but it's turkey soup. And that's what we eat on Friday with the other leftovers. Saturday, Sunday, we're getting turkey soup. We had not had nothing. Yeah, this is like our family tradition. I don't know about y'all. This is just something we do. Because Tam is like a culinary genius. But the soup be good because it's always cold in Thanksgiving. And it's like chicken noodle soup, but it's got the Popeyes turkey, spicy pop. Oh my God. So good. So good. I just can't tell it all. So good. I just can't tell it all. Oh, and she puts the ham from the honey baked ham. And it's turkey and ham soup with carrots and egg noodles and the broth, even the broth. So good. I just can't tell it all. So good. Oh, Christmas was redemption. We had redemption on Christmas, and we also had a big dinner on New Year's. We don't really do New Year's as heavy as we used to, but that year we had huge Christmas and we had huge New Year's. And that's when we decided that we had it. And honestly, I felt grown, not when I had kids. I felt grown for the first time, like I'm really an adult, when Thanksgiving was at my house. When people come to my house for Thanksgiving, yeah, oh, my cousin was invited. He's my family. We didn't talk to him for like 2 weeks. We never talked to Charles again. But once I had Thanksgiving at my house, and we had to be up Wednesday night, yeah, my toenails grew back in like 6 weeks. That's when I felt grown. I was like, man, my kids Thanksgiving is at my house. I'm Pop. Bless God for the redemption. This was the worst Thanksgiving I ever had. All four of us. I know Jay ain't had no worse things. That wasn't even as bad as the girl, like when Jay was telling you yesterday, the girl who bought the terrible food, because we already had our own food. This one, we were subject to the food of the house. And he ruined the yams. And we hated him for that. Dude, Pop. Even Pop on stage, bring me that baby. Bring me that baby. Oh, yeah. Bring that baby Pop on stage. Yeah, I love that baby. Pop love that baby. Come on over to Pop on stage. Show me this. Come on and tell me how you work this. The Pop want to take a picture of a hologram of my ball. Send it to mom. And Pop on stage. Yeah. Yeah, Pop love them baby. Pop on stage. Yeah. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Pop on stage. Pop does sound like Uncle Denzel, because I can't do that many accents and impressions. Never again, guys. I've never again went to anybody's house for Thanksgiving. I actually haven't been to anybody's house for Thanksgiving since then. And last year for Christmas, me and Melissa went to our friend's house. It wasn't that bad. They had a lot of different foods and stuff. That's why me and Melissa don't like to celebrate Christmas or Thanksgiving in LA. You see black people at white Thanksgiving in like 2 weeks on ADD. Oh, Popeye's turkey is legit. Oh, yeah. No, nobody apologized, Mel B. We just never talked to Charles again, and we told my cousin we're never coming to his house again. We never even went to his house for dinner again. Not even Thanksgiving. We never went to his house for dinner ever. My house is cool. Jay's house is cool. We'll trust this. Pop don't sound like no child molester. Those are his grandchildren, said Ned. Why would you ruin that for us? No, that's not a child. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Pop on stage loves his grandkids. He just wants to learn how to send hologram nudes to his wife. Why? I'm going to take the balls part about Pop on Stage. Don't make it nasty, 7805. Don't do that. Pop on Stage loves his grandkids. Jeez. Jeez, Setnet. Thanks, man. Jeez. No, I'm not working on the voice, Setnet. That's Pop's voice. Okay? That's Pop's voice. You need to work on getting your mind out the gutter, Setnet. It's all right, man. I'm sorry. Just love Pop on Stage, man. That's what I look forward to when I get older. I'm not going to block Setnet. He's a good, faithful member. He just wanted to ruin Pop on Stage for everybody. Y'all try a Popeye's turkey. Like Jay said, if you don't like it, and I don't even like spicy food, but that spicy turkey from Popeyes, oh, we bless God. We thank him for it. That's all Pop wants to do. He just want to send hologram nudes to Mama on Stage. That's it. He just needs to learn how to work the new hologram phone so he can send nudes. I'm sending nudes at 85. No, it's not sold year round. It's only sold around the holidays. I hate dry turkey. And honestly, guys, before Popeye's turkey, I had stopped eating turkey for like 7 years. Because everybody was making dry turkey. This is after we went from my grandma's house, before we had our own. There's about 4 or 5 years where we had to go to people's house, and everybody's turkey was dry. It's a whole turkey. And I was just like, man, this is worse. I hate dry turkey. And Jay had a turkey, and I was like, he had the Popeyes. I was like, I'm not eating that, bro. Turkey's dry. He was like, not this turkey. And I looked with a smile like, no? He was like, not this one, brother. I was like, you mean it? You really mean it? Would I lead you astray? And I took it, I tasted it, and this turkey was like, it was so moist. And I don't even like the word moist. Moist is kind of a nasty word, like, ooh, I'm moist. But the turkey was so moist. Juice is dripping. All right, guys, gotta go. 405 live, and I'm at the part where the traffic is bad. God bless you. God keep you. We'll see you at the conference.